My name is Sebastian Llovera. I am completing an MFA in art at the STEM School of Art and Design. For my thesis project, I'm working right now with two systems that are like apparent opposites, which is AI, which we could call artificial systems, and natural systems. I'm working with fungi and some other organisms that are similar, such as slime mold. So my idea is to kind of like make speculative interactions within these two very different systems, but that they do share some commonalities in the way each of these systems are, either how they look or how they are represented. So what I do is kind of like creating like a sort of like new archives or sculptural objects that kind of like show how these two systems will interact. So in a way, it's kind of like an attempt to kind of like create alternative ways of knowledge or knowing the world by thinking about nature and technology, and how nature and technology kind of like shape the way we understand the world. And one thing that I want is as well is kind of like attempting to understand this relation of nature and technology throughout time, but as well I wanted to address like very particular and concrete things. So I was focusing in something from my country in Venezuela, a very particular problem, which is illegal mining activities in the Venezuelan jungle. So my questions was like how these artificial neural networks and these mycelium networks could kind of like intervene this particular problematic, you know? So I generated a series of like very speculative attempts to kind of like try to address a problematic. But at the same time, you can, through different layers of meaning, you can also try to think about the work in a more speculative way, to think about these relations of technology and nature in a more general sense, and how, particularly how knowledge is produced, and how do we categorize things, and how these categories make an important role in the way we act in the world.